Hi, everyone. Today is day 20, the last day of our 20-day Mini Declutter challenge. And today's challenge is cleaning out under the kitchen sink. But before we get to that, let's recap yesterday's challenge, which was junk drawers. So junk drawers, as I mentioned yesterday, are shortcuts to put together things that otherwise are in completely different categories. So I had two types of junk drawers. I had one in my dining room, and I had one in the bedside table in the bedroom. So I'm going to show you kind of the befores and afters, and we'll chat about it a little bit. Here's a picture of my dining room junk drawer. And you wouldn't expect this kind of thing to be in a dining room, but that's where I go when I need to pull something quick. This is why, well, I say quick, but when I want it, I know it's there. I don't have to go into the garage for my hammer. I don't have to go searching for a nail when I want to hang a picture. Birthday candles are in there. There's some skewers that suddenly I want, and I don't want to have to go look for them. So all of these things are different categories, but they're little microcosms of the things that I use from those categories. So I pulled everything out of this junk drawer. Here you see it on the dining room table. And I culled it. I went over what I really had in there. Did I need it? And now here's the final drawer. It's much better to look at. There's not so much chaos. And I find it really pleasant to open a drawer that's not chaotic, even though most of the things, not all, but most of the things are back in there. Okay, the second one is my bedroom bedside table drawer. So open it up. I have some dividers in there. Dividers also in the first junk drawer. I have dividers in there too. Very, very helpful. So the first drawer, you know, I can find everything in there. It's not the worst, but it's kind of visually chaotic. I pulled everything out of there. And then here's the final picture. So a lot of things went back in there, but I'll tell you, some things did. It's like, what am I doing with this? What am I doing with this? So now I have two drawers. They essentially hold the same shortcuts for the things that I need like immediately when I'm in the vicinity. And I feel great about it. Now, the last challenge or today's challenge is under the kitchen sink. And because today is the last challenge, I'm going to show you my befores and afters. But let me just say, under the kitchen sink is one of the most neglected areas that we all probably have in our homes. You know, everything gets stashed there. And yet, I don't know about you, if you did the challenge, but there's a lot of stuff in there that dried up, that was no longer useful. I was kind of surprised. And there was also a lot of stuff I had forgotten I had. So here's my before picture. You can see underneath there on the left, I do reuse plastic bags like Ziplocs, and if they're not greasy or they don't hold raw meat or anything. And so, but I tend to toss them back in there along with foil paper, different things, just like it's my saving doodad. But at the same time, it's visually a mess. So here I pulled everything out. You can see it all out there. I took away duplicates. I took away things that had dried up, dried out, didn't need. And here's what I was left with. This is my new under the sink reality. I love being able to open drawers, cabinets, and just be able to put my hands on what I want. Having gone through this, you are essentially taking an inventory of what you own, and at the same time, kind of taking notice of what you have duplicates of, what you really don't need to buy again. It's like we feel guilty about throwing things away. We should feel more guilty about bringing things into our homes. Before, we should think about, at least when we bring something into our home, how difficult will it be to get rid of it if we don't use it or we don't like it. Okay, well, this is the end of our 20-day mini declutter challenge. I hope you did at least a few of them. I know you didn't do all of them because doing them is different than listening to somebody else do them or talk about them. But what a difference they can make in your life if you do use them. So I wish you all the best, and go back and pick up again, try it again. I think you will feel that you will have a much calmer, more peaceful home when everything in your home is decluttered. Everything you have is something you want and need, and nothing else is there to obscure everything that you love. All right, till next time.